Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you that could be a twin flame reading. So I've put it under that playlist. But we have number 24, Beloved, and number 12, Rider from the Earth and Bone Oracle. And if you know Lenormand, you know the Rider is generally indicative of somebody who's looking to take a journey and probably has something pretty significant to say. So this looks like somebody who's coming in from a distance, or perhaps somebody who is initiating contact after you've gone no contact, because there's like an opportunity for them to make a quick decision to move towards you, and they're realizing this is important to them. Beloved kind of speaks for itself, but it also says love, relationships, reciprocity, union, and intertwinement. Kind of feels like somebody's accepted, I can't really replace you or let go of you like maybe I thought I could. Good morning, Tiana. Hello, Joanna. How are we doing today? Let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Just a little. You might hear like a little bit of difference in my voice. I've been coughing a lot. It's not too bad, and I'm in that like midday, like it's not as bad. So forgive me if I like end up hacking up along, but hopefully I won't. All right, let's dive in with, I think we got to go with this new love tarot that I've recently acquired, because there could be some difficult love messages here, or somebody who's struggling with those feelings. Yep. We have feeling lost, which I think that was like my title for yesterday's reading or the day before, so you might want to check that out. Hi there, Nancy. How are you? And we have not the right time. So feeling lost says, I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's easier just to stay in silence. Not the right time. I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that kind of speaks for itself, right? We've got a lot going on. Somebody feels like they just have to get through a couple of things before they would actually be able to be in a relationship. But clearly the feelings are there. So for some of you, I'm asking in my mind, like, are you making a mountain of a molehill? Are you procrastinating because you're a little bit scared of how you feel? So this could be a reading that's aimed more so at the divine masculine than the divine feminine. But remember, we all have both masculine and feminine energy within us. So don't be too focused on gender. This is who is considering this decision that would result in their coming in to have a conversation. So there's a lot going on, and maybe what they had originally viewed as like a blocker, I've got too much going on, so I really don't know how I could invite you into my life at this point. Maybe if I clean things up a little bit and it gets a little bit easier, then I could handle the additional responsibility. But I feel like there's something in that category, right? The responsibilities or things that they're dealing with that makes them feel even more so that they need to reach out and communicate with you. Hello there, broken heart. How are you doing? So for part of you, or for many of you, this divine masculine needed to take some time to deal with a situation that was messing with their money. For some of you, they needed to work out a child custody arrangement. For some of you, they needed to work out how they were going to pay off something that was particularly expensive and stressful for them. Maybe they had to work extra hours. Maybe they had a court case. We do have a gavel on here. But it prompted this person to say, or maybe like show you, like, I need to take a step back, right? Hi there, Sydney. How are you doing? I do offer personal readings. Thank you, Miss Joanna. So What's interesting though is we have a lot around not the right time. And yet, as this person insists that they need more time, something's building up within them that makes them feel like they can't keep pushing this off, right? So maybe the universe is kind of like tapping them on the shoulder, like, hey, what are you doing over there? Kind of like you're probably wondering, how long does it take Carmen to pick a deck? This is the Golden Art Nouveau. This person, the Divine Masculine, is dealing with somebody from their past. It doesn't have to be an ex. This could be a family situation that's really difficult for them or taking up a lot of their time. But I think it's been really challenging for this Divine Masculine to find time on their own, right? Hi there, Dino. How are you doing? And look, I got to be honest. This is relatable. If I have a lot going on and that only leaves me an hour or 2 hours of solitude here and there, I will be a not very pleasant individual. I really do like having some time to myself. I feel like this person that I'm reading for, whoever you are, you like that too. It's like how you recharge your batteries, right? Maybe you need time to listen to music. Maybe you need time to make music. Maybe you need time to dance or work out, whatever it is. There's this like built in scheduling thing for you, like if I have 10 hours of my day planned, I'm going to have to find some sort of like break to clear my mind, right? So they've been trying to work on that. And I don't think it's been very easy. But something happens, maybe like an unexpectedly quick decision in this financial situation, whatever this card represents for whomever I'm reading for. A court decision happens, an agreement gets finalized, or maybe, some big bill gets paid off and that makes you feel like some stress has been lifted. Something happens and this person feels like, okay, well, maybe now I could handle this. Because with the Knight of Cups, this is somebody in this rider energy, right? Clearly on a horse coming through. And what are they coming through with? Conversation about how they feel. One thing I forgot to mention, the first two cards that came out were number 24 and number 12. That is, for those of you that like math, half of 24, right? I feel like there's somebody here that looks as their other half. Maybe you look at them that way as well. But there's a silent confidence here in a connection that hasn't really fully developed. It's like a Polaroid that you're holding and you're waiting to see, do I look like an idiot or was it actually kind of a cool picture? I mean, even the ones I look like an idiot in, I'm kind of a fan of those too, because that's just fun. Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing? So we've got Moon in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. I mean, my first inclination is to say this person was lying to themselves. Have you ever been so confident that you did something or you felt something for a specific reason and then some additional information was revealed or a different perspective was shared with you and all of a sudden you're like, well, shit, maybe that's why. Something hit this person, kind of slapped him in the face. a little bit of a realization. It could be as simple as a best friend saying, "Hey, you're going through a lot right now. Why don't you just talk to the person who makes you feel better?" Hmm? Maybe you need somebody to talk to. Maybe you can't push away everyone. Maybe you do need a shoulder to cry on, or maybe you do need a hug, you know? If you resonate with this reading, with the divine masculine, and you have, how do I say this? If you're a man in our society, and I can't say that I know everybody's society out there, I'm American, right? But we have this real fun expectation that men not have like too extreme emotions or like ever cry or like expose vulnerability. And while I can appreciate that to some extent, we do want to have this like perception of having our ish together, I do wish we could normalize people having emotions regardless of gender, right? I mean, we're going to have challenging moments. We're going to have loss. We're going to have breakups, whatever it is. We shouldn't have this ridiculous expectation that if you cry, you're clearly a lady or a child. It's so if you're a dude out there struggling with that, I guess my advice to you would be yourself and be open and vulnerable with those that you feel drawn to trust. You got to use your discernment, right? There are times where not saying something or not letting somebody in was the right choice, right? That's a thing. But divine masculine, you are human. I assume. I don't know you real, but like, you know, that means you have emotions. So being vulnerable is allowed. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. So we have 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Stop. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it looks like the number 8 is important, guys. I want to communicate so bad, but I feel so stuck because I can't put in the effort that I want to. Or this person just doesn't. Look, for some of you divine masculines out there, you actually do have an obstacle, a drain on your time, or maybe even just don't have the energy right now for a connection. And I get that. We got to be able to read ourselves and know what we need or what we want or what we should be pursuing, right? For others of you, though, there is a tendency to push people away and say you don't have time for other people because you don't want to risk losing them. And I want you to be honest with yourself about which category you fall into. Because with the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm kind of getting that some of you just are scared of the effort, are scared of the risk. Like, what's going to happen if I show up and have a conversation and I look like a fool? I get rejected, or I feel something and this person doesn't feel something. That's just part of life, my guy. I shouldn't say my guy. This is fun to say. But we have to accept that if you want beautiful things, you have to be willing to accept that sometimes you lose them, right? I think a lot of you know that I like to paint, and quite frequently I'll give away my art. So if I feel like something I've made is perfect for someone's personality, then I'm not charging anything. I'm just going to give it to you because it like makes sense that you would have it. And there are times where I've given art away and not really known if it was going to a safe home, right? Like, are you going to hang it up? Are you going to like leave it in the back of your closet? Are you going to paint over it? Are you going to like accidentally drop it? Are you going to give it away to somebody else? I have to give it away and just be acceptable or acceptant of the fact that like, it's no longer my baby. right? Um, the important thing is I made something that I felt was worthwhile, right? Maybe I made somebody smile. The takeaway here, Divine Masculine, is there risk for things that are worthwhile? You fucking believe it. Yeah, it always. If it comes too easy, it's probably not worth the effort. Go ahead, make fun of me in the comments because that was great. This is like the entry ticket. Are you willing to like risk yourself a little bit and put yourself out there for something that's amazing? Or are you going to be too focused on looking like Bobo the Fool because you fell in love? Like, get over yourself. Like, I'm not trying to be dick, but you don't get the good things in life if you're scared of the risk. You don't get the good connections in life if you're scared of the hurt. Do you know how many times I've been hurt? I don't know, like 500? Who cares? The important thing is I've learned nobody can hurt me enough to get me into a place where I don't want to still feel connected to other people or still look for trust. That's something I'm very proud of. So this person had to realize, or needs to, that they have to be honest with themselves, and that leads them to be honest with somebody else. That there was a loss, that this distance is a risk, just like opening up or being vulnerable is. I went to Amsterdam for a school program, and I was there. Well, technically, I went to Germany, and we had an overnight layover in Amsterdam. And I was exhausted, like obviously this is the tail end of the European trip, and that's kind of exhausting travel, right? I'd even gotten like a migraine on the trip. And we had like, I don't know, like an 8:30 a.m. flight or something. And there were obviously a lot of people that wanted to go out and check out all the clubs in Amsterdam because they're kind of epic, right? And I think it was maybe like 1 in the morning when a subgroup of our group decided they were going back to the hotel. They'd seen enough, they'd danced enough, they'd had a few drinks, they were good, right? And then there was another part of the group that was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna like keep going, because why not? Hi, Ambit, how are you? And my friend Tara looks at me with disappointment because initially I said I was going to go back to the hotel and get some sleep. She's like, Carmen, I want you to think for a second. In like 3 or 4 years, when you look back on this moment, are you going to wish that you had gotten more sleep? Or are you going to regret that you didn't go out and like thoroughly enjoy Amsterdam for the like 24 hours or 12 hours or whatever that we had here? I was like, fuck. God damn it. You're right. Okay. So like those 2 cups, this is your all night Amsterdam. Like you can go to bed and you can miss out, or you can just deal with it. So I ended up getting back to the hotel room with enough time to sleep for 30 minutes, you guys. Oh my God, I have like Selma laugh today. This is great. So live your life, okay? Like you do have to sleep sometimes. But that was obviously, that's still a line that I use. So God bless you, Tara. Am I going to regret in 3 or 4 years opening myself up and being like loving or honest with somebody that I have a genuine connection with? Or am I more likely to regret not opening up to somebody that was on my same level? Go ahead. I'll wait. That's how I make a lot of my decisions, to be honest. What's important? It's helped me to like be a little bit more unorthodox in how I make my decisions, because let me just tell you, I love to sleep, okay? And I like to not get headaches. Excuse me. But that was the right choice. So Divine Masculine, take a little risk. Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse. Part of what keeps this person waiting, or part of what makes it difficult to actually like make the move, is self-doubt. So Divine Masculine, how well do you know yourself? Do you know what you want to work on? Do you know what you're proud of? Do you know how you feel or your attachment style? I feel like you're being a little hard on yourself, because basically this combination to me looks like, I don't know if it's like a good idea to move towards this person that I love, because I don't know if I can actually give them what they want. Can I be that person? Can I love them the way that they deserve to be loved? Six of Cups in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the reverse, Death in the reverse. So you're at a bit of a crossroads. You can choose to continue on with your distrusting, kept at a distance, not inspirational kind of connections. Because let's be real, whatever you're willing to offer to other people, that's going to signal to others whether or not your connection is something they would like to pursue. I'm not out here making friends with people who are, flaky, people who are focused on whatever they can do to be better than you. Like for like. If you're not interested in the genuine connections that make you feel like you belong, you are signing yourself up for the connections of your past that made you resistant to trusting in the first place. Yes, of course I have Dr. Pepper, Tiana. You know this. One second. It's a good idea. I should probably be drinking tea or something. Like the hot kind, not the drenched in sugar. So, do you want to change? Do you want to be involved with people that you do feel like you can trust, that do want to let you in and show you who they are and want to show you what unconditional love is? Because you have to be willing to offer that up as well. For those of you who have played Sellers of Catan, it's my favorite game. I was going to say it's one of my favorite. It's my favorite game, okay? Right up there with euchre. If you want to play euchre, we're going to be buddies, okay? But you better play well. There are times where Settlers of Catan get so competitive or so like frustrating that I've had people that try to offer a trade of, you give me 2 cards, I'll give you 1 card. Like, I know you're so screwed right now. I'm going to offer you 50% value. How does that sound? Don't offer half of what somebody else is offering you and then get disappointed when they don't feel like it's a fair trade or when they don't feel like you're taking them seriously. Now is your time to assess what you want and who you want to be and how that's going to impact the connections that you have around you. I know a lot of people that are struggling in part because of who they choose to hang around, who they choose to associate with, what kinds of connections impact their money or impact their ability to feel comfortable. If you find somebody that makes you feel like you can be yourself, treasure that. Star in the reverse, Knight of Rods in the reverse, 6 of Rods, 6 of Wands. This is the Morgan Greer. I don't know if I mentioned that. The definition of happy or successful is changing for this divine masculine. There was a sense of pride or a sense of achievement in being able to get through dating or get through multiple like situationships without much skin in the game. Like, I don't have to put much in, and look at, they're still like chasing me, or look at, they're still interested in me. Maybe they have a little bit of like recognition in the social community. Maybe they're particularly attractive or successful, but it's like a challenge for this person to let go of this sense of pride and being able to keep people at a distance. Like, I've been able to minimize the hurt that I've had because I've been able to keep people at a distance, and I'm proud of that. But I'm realizing now it's actually not a good thing because I have effectively like lost somebody who was real, right? Thank you, Tiana. The Sun, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Hierophant. There's something that has been frustrating this divine masculine in terms of who they have decided to keep around them. It's as if, all right, I'm going to use the Oreo comparison again. Some of you have already heard me use this. It's like you've been eating Oreos, the fake kind. What are they? It starts with that H, right? Hi there, Drew. How are you? Hydrox? I can't remember. There's a fake Oreo, okay? If you've only ever eaten the fake Oreo for years and years and years, and then somebody's like, hey, guess what? I've got some real Oreos. And you try that real Oreo, you're like, what the fuck is this shit that I've been eating for years? You eat seafood on, an actual coastline instead of shit that's been frozen. You're like, damn, that's actually good. So this person's been surrounding themselves with fake people, right? People who wouldn't pick you up if you got arrested, people who wouldn't call and, give a reference for your work history, people who wouldn't be there to help you out if your tire was flat. Like, they're used to that. And then they run into this person who would give the shirt off their back if somebody needed it, right? This is unconventional. This is not what they're used to. And they're having to rethink their morals or their perception on how they interact with others and what's a good choice. So what I'm thinking about now is that movie Heartbreakers with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sigourney Weaver. If you were raised by somebody that taught you to be a thief, that taught you to use your sexuality to manipulate others into giving you money, it might take you a while to see love differently, right? If you were Queen Elizabeth I and your mom was beheaded by your father, you might be hesitant to get married, right? This person didn't see a lot of genuine love or unconditional love when they were growing up. So it taught them to be kind of like reticent or hesitant to let anybody in. This could have also made this person kind of limit their connections to sexual or surface level connections. This deck has two different masculines. One has a shirt and one does not. This one is more sexual. But there's like a fog that's lifting. We have the snake. And the labyrinth. I'm sorry, I have to say it that way. Some of you already know this. I had a high school teacher. I think his name was Mr. Glenn. He taught us history. And I've always heard it pronounced labyrinth, but he always said labyrinth. Yes, Hydrox. There we go. Okay, cool. Don't eat them. Oreos are better. I'm not getting paid for that. Probably should, though. I should write Dr. Pepper a letter, actually. Hey, guys. Big fan. Don't know if you've seen my YouTube channel, but just basically constantly drinking Dr. Pepper. So, you know. All right. So we have... This looks to me like a web of lies. I know it's not a web. It's a labyrinth. But I feel like this is a difficult realization for somebody to see things differently or to have a different perspective because of this connection they've had that has shown them what real love is or what an honest, trusting connection would be like. They have to essentially write their own rule book now. They have to write their own moral code. They have to decide what they believe because what they have subscribed to, poof, it's like gone now. It doesn't make sense now. I'm trying to think of I don't think I want to go there. If you have faith in something or if you believe something strongly, and then all of a sudden you find out that it's not real, that's like kind of terrifying, right? Oh, that's great. Yeah. All right. This is the Tattoo Tarot. So this person might be busy. They might have a lot going on, right? Maybe a lot of decisions to make. But I notice that you still have lots of time to think obsessively about the person that you're missing. It says so right here. There's even a clock on this Page of Pentacles. You do have the time, but you're scared. And I love you. You know, I'd give you a high five or a hug if I could. You got this. One of these things that you have to work on is being honest with yourself about how awesome and accomplished you are. Think back on all the crap you've been through. Think back on all the things that you thought were like crazy, ridiculous, and you handled it. You managed it, right? Give yourself credit. Life was just repeating cycles of the same game of Monopoly. Wouldn't you get bored? There's a new level and you got the stones. So just like, you know, figure it out. There's somebody here obsessing over a new beginning. Thinking about how it's like things look different. I have a different shade of glasses on, so everything's tinted, right? Or everything was tinted before and now it's clear. But they're thinking about coming back around. But there's a question mark, you know? Like, how would you respond? What would happen if I did do something, you know? Hi there, Jimmy. How are you doing? I like how I'm like turning away, like I'm gonna like get any of you sick if I cough at the camera. Just have it, you know? All right, so I don't really like seeing the Six of Wands in the reverse, but you know what I do like? I like the other two cards that follow it. Yes, dealing with some insecurity. Need to be honest with myself about the capabilities I have or what I've been through. Yes, I can handle this. I just need to like take a deep breath, go for it. For those of you that have very busy lives, take time to meditate. Take time to do yoga. Take time to go to the gym. Do a puzzle. Play video games. Maybe not everyone agrees, but do something along those lines for you, right? Miss Joanna, I'm tempted to make a joke, but I will not make it. I don't think I do, but I might be able to find some. I think we have somebody healing the insecurity and the codependency or the difficult relationships they've had. This isn't easy, okay? And I would give you a high five. I would give you a hug. You are being honest with yourself. You're being challenged to be honest with yourself. And I see a lot of you being honest with yourself. This is what's holding me back. And part of it is me. I can release myself just by believing that I deserve love, or that I deserve to be happy, or that I deserve to be around people that are trustworthy or take me seriously, you know? No hard candy. Nope. Too bad for me, right? Yeah. Four of Swords, the Lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles. So we had 6, 6, 6, 6. So far, the numbers 8 and 6 have been very important. This person wants to heal the connection. This person wants to be honest about how they feel. They know it's going to take some work. They know it's going to take some time. They don't know how long they need to wait, right? But don't wait too long. The other day, I was microwaving some leftovers. I was really excited about eating them. And I did this stupid thing where, you know how you can, like, on a microwave hit, like, add 1 minute? I have this really bad habit of hitting that button, even though I don't need a whole minute, just because it's easy, right? So my lazy ass did that, and it overheated something to the point where, like, the tortilla thing on the outside was, like, crispy and gross, right? So I ruined my leftovers because I was lazy with my microwave buttons. Don't ruin your food because you wait too long. Don't ruin your love because you wait too long. Look for signs around you. Listen to music. Think about what you've dreamt about. 9 of Swords in the reverse, the Tower, and the 5 of Pentacles. You are too focused on the past, my friend. Have you ever been trying to find something in your car while you're literally driving? And you're like, oh, shit. Hopefully you sound cooler than I do. Stop looking backwards while you're driving forwards, please. Let that go. Leave things in the past. Deal with the road in front of you, please. Focus. Okay? Because I feel like the risk here for this divine masculine is I focus so much on the past, or I refuse to be honest with myself about what I want or deserve, that I just let this pause or interlude go on forever instead of taking action. But what do we have here? This is get up and go action. This is motivation. So if you catch a wave of motivation, you fucking ride it, baby. Don't let it, like, run away from you. It's like some days I do not have the energy to clean. I will leave the dishes. I will wash them tomorrow, whatever it is, right? But when I'm in the mood to clean, I take advantage. I'm like, all right, what's next? I haven't cleaned that in a while. So take advantage when you get that motivation. So we have soulmate, forgiving and learning, which pretty much sums up the whole reading. Yes, there is a legit connection here. That's why you think about each other all the time. That's why you felt safe to be yourself around them. That's why you can't easily leave them in the past, right? I don't think I said hi to Delphinia. How are you doing? Hello, A1. How's it going? But forgiving and learning is a big part. Gotta let this stuff go. Gotta forgive myself. And I've gotta learn that I deserve love, right? Or accept. All right, so the things that will end up motivating a reconciliation or a conversation that needs to be happening is, thanks, Joanna, is there's a pretty strong physical connection or physical attraction here. Somebody might be a little bit like, have the heart-to-heart conversation first, please, is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Don't minimize it. Don't make it about sex. For some of you, you think the right way to get back into somebody's life is like the passion. You've got to go for the emotion. The passion will come with it. Eh? All right? So be good. All right, what else do I want? This is the hidden truth. We'll get 2 from this, and then we'll call it a day. Excuse me. All right. So I'm kind of tempted to do like a mini pick a card here. Because this person's wondering, are you happy without me? Do you actually care if I come back around? Because I know I pissed you off. I know I crossed the line with you. So here's what we're going to do. Feel free to pause it if you want. I'm going to do 3 pulls, like 1 card from a different deck, and you can choose 1, 2, or 3. And that's going to be an answer to, are they happy without you? Like, do they want you to come back? Like right now. Let's get pile 1, pile 2, and I kind of want one of the little guys. Pile 3. Don't come back here. Okay, so do they want you to come back around? Are they? Well, let's keep it simple. Are they happy without you? For pile 1. Queen of Cups. Pile 1, this is like, I love you, you love me, and I will accept what happens. So this feels kind of like middle of the road. Like, I'm not desperate. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not like overly invested, but I have feelings and I'm hoping you're going to do right by me. All right. For pile 2. Are you happy without me? No. Very lonely. Missing you. Trying to hold it together. Trying to be okay being on their own, but no. All right. Pile 3. Hi there, Carrie. How are you doing? Are they happy without me? What a range. Six of Wands. Yeah. This person's focusing on what has been working. They've kind of cut the ties here. So this person, I feel like, didn't see you putting in the work and therefore felt like their best choice was to walk away. So I hope that adds some clarity for you all. I hope that it inspires people to make the right decisions. I hope you appreciated my Amsterdam story. I love you all, and I will see you on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. Bye, guys.